are you? Wow, here we are. Another day in the great world has happened, or is happening right now as I'm speaking to you. Because I'm in a little box and I'm looking at myself. Okay, so those of you on the reservation of Earth, or dirt, or whatever you want to call it, how are you today? Hey, I got talking to this friend of mine, buddy, pal, whatever, in Florida again. Of course, we do this on a thing called Skype. Everybody's kind of into that usually now, and I prefer actually using Skype. I like to talk to people in person. There's just more. It's like they're there, God, I wish I had that technology when I was younger thing. But anyway, we were talking, and he said, you did that thing on aliens, the W.O.S.As, and I called them like Wetback Outer Space Alien, W.O.S.A. Put the dot between the letters. Anyway, here we are, we're talking about it. And he said, come on, that is kind of rare. Yeah, okay. And I said, well, have you ever thought about the fact that, they'd have to survive among us? It's like, I watched a movie a little while back, a repo with Tracy Lords in it, and a few other actors, and it was a 1988 version. There's a 1957 version of Not of This Earth. And it's about this guy who's like from another planet, and he wears dark glasses, and he takes them off, and he fries your brain. And as he's doing it, after that he draws your blood, and they're doing all this so he can send it back to his planet, so his species, and it's part of a 5-tier plan. First he's going to be testing, then he's going to do this, and he's going to do that. And in the end, they're going to come to the Earth, and they're going to harvest you and me. They're going to harvest our blood like, we're like, chickens in a chicken battery when they're making KFC chicken, and they're laying eggs. Makes you wonder, huh? Here we have all this battery farming and all this crap, and one day, what if they came from outer space and decided to turn us into a produce item? It kind of makes you think, right? Today I'm cutlets. Over there they're going to put the ham hocks, or I'm going to be... Hey, they say that... Now, I've heard this, I've read it, that, people taste like pork. And they call it long pork because they used to actually sell it back in the days of the Pirates of the Caribbean. And, yeah. In fact, there's a scene in there where a guy's like, I love a long pork. Okay. Anyway, so think about it. Not only that, where would they stay? I never really contemplated that, but in the movie, this guy's staying in a house, and he's got gold, which is easy, and he's paying Tracy Lords to be his, they call that phylogenists, which is hematology word for, puts in the blood through like needles and things. He doesn't do it the vampire way. He's got like a briefcase full of pumps and, a whole 9 yards, and he trips, and he's got a guy working as a chauffeur. So anyway, you should watch the movie. There's a 57 version, an 88 version, and I believe there's another version which I've been trying to track down, which has Michael York in it. And he actually plays a alien. But anyway, where would they hide out? Yeah, think about it. I mean, like, if you saw a guy walking around in dark glasses and a suit every day, carrying a briefcase and driving a Cadillac, especially here in Thailand, you'd be kind of wondering, what's this guy doing? But, really, it's going to be like kind of like in another sci-fi. See, I like referring to sci-fi movies because a lot of them are visual and you can find them right there. And you yourself can say, oh, that guy in Thailand, he's not exactly an idiot. He's a fucking idiot. But it's fun to watch him act like a fucking idiot. I get a load of this. Hey, we got any more popcorn? Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Whoa. A little sound effect there. Here we go. Okay, so here we go. Where do they hide out? Well, I don't know about you, but if I was one of those guys, I'd hide out in Walmart. I'd hide out in Kmart. I'd hide out in, Target if I was in the States. I'd hide out in the mall. But Walmart is perfect. Because, you see all these little compilation videos of all these, and photographs of all these people walking around and all this, it doesn't look like LL Bean catalog wear or something you'd see out of Cosmo. Let's face it, they look some pretty frickin' weird looking, look at the eyeballs, really frickin' weird people. We're talking like, they look, and they're walking around and their butts are hanging out and they're wearing skin tight, flesh colored, whatever, and they're walking around, men in dresses and all this crap. And you're thinking, that is a good place for one of them W.O.S.As to hang out. Wetback Outer Space Alien. And, let's face it, they just they go home, they peel off their skin like in maybe the movie, The Arrival. Or, they slip out and they do their lizard thing like they say that David Icke says they do that, like apparently the Clintons do it. He said Hillary did, and the royal family of England. And, hey, look, we haven't even gotten really into the menu. Only on the menu, one guy, one alien type guy. Hey, what about the other menus where, you see him ripping apart and body parts going everywhere, and you're thinking, God, it really must be rough on that planet when they eat. Because, who's going to do the cleaning up afterwards? Do you imagine what a kitchen would look like in the Predator's place or whatever? Aliens. What would there, all these little aliens running around and, you got a nasty little bitch-ass big queen who, just pumping out eggs and crap. And she's always on PMS or whatever. I mean, she's really always, and, hey, when that bitch gets pissed off, I bet she really tears the house apart. And you got to get another gal like Sigourney Weaver going and clean up after her. But look at the mess they leave behind. So you got to admit, most aliens of that type are not good housekeepers. Probably not. But then again, we're only talking about the ones that are here illegally. We're not talking about, the other kind. And we're not going to talk about the ones that come in and, land in a spaceship and they go, oh yeah, oh yeah, and I'm not going to talk about that. So don't they ain't going to do that. Hey, how long have I been talking? So I want you to sit back and I want you to think, okay, today when I get up, I'm going to make sure that, I'm going to make sure that I check everybody out if I go to Walmart or a discount store. Like I go to the mall here, I'm going to really keep an eye on these folks, because even in Thailand, they got some pretty weird-looking people, no matter where you go in the world. And, of course, a lot of them I know are looking at me because I could be lunch. Hey, ever thought about that? You could be lunch? So, anyway, just to make it a little more entertaining. Thank you. Thank you very much. And I want to hear from you again shortly, or you can hear from me. And we'll just say that if you're sitting down to enjoy your life today or tomorrow or whenever, when you wake up, just be glad that you're not in a cage somewhere and somebody's going to come in later and turn you into bacon. Take care, my fellow pilgrims. And sleep with one eye open sometimes makes you feel better.